Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the Dankest Dungeon. Today we're going to be doing a rematch with these Ravnica Guildmaster commanders. If you didn't catch the first game, check it out here in the upper right. Let's get right into the game. Hey, it's Jason. I'm back with Lavinia, Azorius, Renegade. Let's go ahead and try to slow this game down.
Hey guys, Corbin here again. Can't get rid of me, apparently. Everybody cried for me in the comment section, and I'm back 4 games in a row, and that's 3. I can count. I'm still playing Teysa. It's still a control deck. You're welcome.
Hey, it's Matt back again with Savra, Queen of the Golgari. I tried very hard to build around specifically the card Lich's Mastery. It's kind of a glass cannon, except that cannon implies a higher power level than this deck probably presents, so it's more of like a glass potato gun, let's say. So let's see if we can storm off through all these tax pieces.
Howdy guys, it's Nate again, back playing House Demir with Scissorhands, Lord of Secrets. We'll see how well it goes this time.
Okay everyone, let's do this one more time and then we can leave.
Yay.
I got an 8.
I got a 7.
I had a 12.
5.
It has creatures, though. You can keep this hand.
I'll keep it.
Yeah, this is mine.
My hand is more reasonable than the last one, so
Wow.
it's probably bad.
Everyone is
Keep it, though.
keeping. I expect some really good turns here.
Play an island for turn. Play a Ruin Crab. When a land enters the battlefield under my control, each opponent mills 3. Go ahead.
I will draw. I will pay 2 life for Taxian Probe. Let's hit Corbin.
Sure. You're just gonna tell everybody. I've seen that video.
Oh, he's got Necro again. Okay, cool. All right, so after I do that, I'm just gonna play an island. I'm gonna pass.
I will play this Prismatic Bravista that everybody knows I have, and then I'll pass. Maybe I should just do this. It's like Arena.
I'm gonna draw for turn. I'm gonna play this forest. I'm gonna play this Gilded Goose, and he comes with food. That'll be it. Go ahead.
I'm going to pay a blue for a Hedron Crab. When a land enters the battlefield under my control, target player mills 3.
Infinitely worse.
Jason, I want to bog your graveyard.
Damn.
Why don't you stack the triggers properly?
So that you mill first.
Mill me first and
triggers.
then get rid of my graveyard.
Jason, you'll mill the 6.
Archivist of Agma, Plains, Blind Obedience.
Grist, Birds of Paradise, and Phyrexian Altar, which I'm sad about.
All right, we got Grand Arbiter, Felwar Stone, Springleaf Drum, Cloud Key, Plains, okay, Signet.
That's all I got. Go ahead.
I will play a Plains, and we will drop Lavinia.
I will respond.
Yep.
Put a Plains in the plate.
I will say pass.
Well, she hasn't resolved yet. Now she resolves.
Sure.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll play Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth.
Untap and draw will see your Urborg with an Urborg. Green, Elvish Scrapper. I can pay green and sack it and tap it and destroy an artifact. Go ahead.
I'm gonna ultimate price your whatever crab mills me without targeting.
Ruin Crab.
Yeah, that guy.
Dead Crab. Pay a black. Dark Ritual. Use 2 black and a blue. For Zilix, Vanity Player. When a player mills 1 or more creature cards, I create a 1/1 black horror creature token.
Neat.
Flooded Strand. Corbin mill 3.
Play Crafter, Dark Confidant, Silent Clearing.
I'm gonna Flooded Strand. I'm gonna shock in a Watery Grave. Mill 3.
Netherborn Phalanx, Polluted Delta, Sylvan Safekeeper.
I will use the 1 black floating and 1 for a Sword of the Animist, and I'll pass.
Play an island, pay 3 mana, Foundry Inspector.
Neat.
My artifacts cost 1 less to play.
Let's get it.
Go ahead.
I will play Orzava, the Church of Deals, and then I will play Campbell, Council of Allocation. I'll pass.
I'm going to untap and draw. I'm going to green sun for 1.
Trigger Campbell.
I will lose 2.
Tribal Advisor Life. Ooh.
Go find Heritage Druid. I'm going to tap this Gilded Goose and eat the food to cast Nettle Sentinel. Whenever I cast a green spell, I can untap it. Otherwise, it doesn't untap. I can make 3 green mana. 2 of it's going to go for Altar of Dementia. I can use the last one for Concordant Crossroads.
Trigger Campbell.
I don't even care, man. Nettle Sentinel will untap. Everything has haste. Go.
I'm gonna pay 2 to equip Sword of the Animist, 2 Zelix, Sanity Player. Go to combat. Corbin, I'm gonna swing a 3/4 at you.
Sure.
Trigger, I get a land, goes to the battlefield, tapped. Hedron, Crab, trigger. Jason, mill 3.
Brainstorm, Archivist of Agma, got one. Ethereum Sculptor,
Go ahead.
Plains.
Neat.
I'm gonna pay 4. I'm playing Smothering Tide.
Trigger Campbell.
Yeah, I'll take 2. Go ahead.
Draw.
Thank
I
you,
won't
too,
pay.
or no?
Nah, you can have your treasure. I'm gonna play a command tower. And I'll play a Necropotence.
I'm gonna sack a treasure. Swan Song.
You give me a bird? Campbell trigger.
Yeah, for sure.
Combat. Take 2.
Me?
Yeah.
Sure.
Because of burn and taste. I'll pass.
We found a third land.
Trigger Smothering Tide.
Yeah, go for it. 4. I'm gonna cast my commander. Savra. I will untap Metal Sentinel. My hand's butt. Go ahead.
Draw.
Trigger Smothering Tide.
I'll pay for it. Pay 2. Mind Crank.
That mills win what?
When we
Opponent
lose life.
loses life.
Trigger Campbell.
I am going to respond by fetching. All right, as you were.
Corbin. Swing a 3/4 hits you.
Keep trying, kid.
I'll keep it down at some point.
You took damage, so you mill.
Godless Shrine. Debtor's Nail. D-Spark.
No creatures, sadly.
Yeah, get red.
Land enters. Matt, no 3.
All right, you'll certainly hit a creature this time. Swamp. Eternal Witness.
Hit a creature. I will get another horror. Go ahead.
For my land, I'm going to play an Academy Ruins. Test for colorless, can also put artifacts from my graveyard on top of my library for a small fee. I would hate to see Nate play as commander. We're going to Drannith Magistrate.
Damn.
I'll pass my turn.
You can have your trick. Land for turn is going to be Thespian Stage. I'm going to cast opposite that, Ghost Council. When it ETBs, Nate's going to lose 2 life and I'm going to gain 2 life. And then I'm going to go to combat. Jason, take 7.
Yeah, I'll take 7.
Mill
I will
7.
mill 7. Ledger Shredder, Enlightened Tutor, the Reality Chip, Consecrated Sphinx, Soulless Jailer, Ottawa, Soaring City, and an offer you can't refuse.
At the end of your turn, so I'm gonna make a food.
Sure. I may exile Obsidat if I do return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of your next upkeep. Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
Draw. Pay the 2. 1, 2, 3 green mana. I'm gonna use one of it for Allosaurus Shepherd. Trigger. I'm gonna untap Metal Sentinel. I'm gonna use a black plus the floating mana to cast Tyvar, Jubilant Brawler.
Trigger Campbell.
Yeah, you got it.
No 2.
Demonic Tutor. Land. I am going to help Nate out by milling myself for 3. I get a creature back. Starved Veselka, Grim Haru Specs, Veil of Summer. I believe I'm going to get back Sylvan Safekeeper. I can sack lands to make my stuff droughty. Still don't really have anything useful to do, so I will pass the turn instead.
If you appreciate the content we're creating and you'd like to support us here at the Dungeon, the #1 way to do so is to sign up over on our Patreon page. Some of the Patreon benefits include access to our full deck lists, voting privileges for polls held over on our Patreon, and shoutouts at the end of every video to let everyone know how awesome you are. If money's tight and becoming a patron isn't the best option for you right now, we totally get it. Simply liking our videos or subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, or commenting down below all help as well, and are totally free. Thank you all for watching and enjoy the game.
You can have your treasure.
Thank you.
3. Fire Shrieker.
Trigger Campbell.
Lose 2. Equipped creature gets double strike. Put it onto Zelix. I'm gonna swing 4 horrors at you, Corbin, and the 3/4 with double strike.
Sure. I'll block one of the horrors and take some amount of damage that you will tell me.
3, 6, 9. That one's gonna go to you, Matt.
Sure. We have milled Mana Confluence, Beseech the Mirror, and Corrosion Wayfinder.
Mill 3.
Smothering Tide, Court of Lockling, Dart Ritual.
So now
And
mill
then
6.
Mill 6. Ethereal Absolution, that's sad. Stinging Study, Keening Apparition is a creature.
Go ahead.
End your turn, I'm going to activate Academy Ruins to put the Reality Chip on top of my deck. I will play a Plains. I'm going to pay 1 blue, being reduced by 1 to play the Reality Chip. 3 mana to equip this to... Let's give it to Foundry Inspector.
I will respond by sacrificing Elbow Scrapper to blow up your Reality Chip.
Okay.
And gain 2 life.
I'm going to swing a 3/2 at you, Corbin. You mill 3.
2 lands and a Vanishing Verse.
I'm all done after that.
We got him finally below the starting life total, guys.
Upkeeps. Nah, Jason lose 2.
All right.
Damn it.
I will mill Teferi and Dovin's Veto.
Yeah, I'll pay. I'm gonna cast Council's Judgment. Starting with me, each player votes for a non-land permanent I do not control. Exile each permanent with the most votes, or tied for the most votes. I'm choosing Nate's mill creature because I think it's funny.
Lavinia.
I'll do Smothering Tithe.
Oh wait, so why did you pick that one? That's the only one that gets exiled? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll
Seems
pick your card.
questionable, but all right.
Well, he wants to keep his stuff.
We're going to combat.
I'm ready.
7 at Jason.
Yep.
I guess the bird will stay back.
5 at Jason.
Oh really?
Yeah, the bird's going at Tybar.
Can't do anything about that.
I'm gonna give you a frog wizard.
Trigger Campbell.
Yeah, I'll lose 2 and mill 2. Path Exile and Thalia, Guardian of Thraben.
Pass the turn.
You only have 1 card in hand?
Yep.
Cool, you can have a treasure. 1, 2, 3. Tangle Root.
Trigger Campbell.
Louder every time he says it.
Yep.
Mill 2.
Lich's Mastery. Wooded Foothills. I have nothing to do. I'm going to pass.
Draw. Sure, Jason, have your treasure. For the Fury's Tutelage.
Trigger Campbell.
Yep. When it enters the battlefield, I draw a card and discard a card. When I draw a card, target opponent mills 2. Corbin, mill 2.
Discard this land and Invasion of Tolvada.
I'm gonna have Visions of Beyond. I'm gonna draw 3 cards because the graveyard has more than 20 cards.
Meat.
Trigger Campbell.
Yeah.
Level 6? Sure, bro. Oh, you got rid of Revenge.
I'm gonna equip one of these horrors with a Sword of the Animist. Jason will swing a 2/2 at you.
Yeah, I'll block with Drannith.
Corbin, mill 3.
You got it, friend. Land, non-land, non-land.
That's all I got.
Go ahead. I'm gonna untap these and draw a card. I'm gonna pay 4 mana for Shorkai.
Trigger Campbell.
Genesis Engine. I will lose 2 and mill 2. Milling 2 planes. Oh, he costs 1 less. He's an artifact. I think I'm done after that. Go ahead.
Drop.
Smothering Tithe.
Yeah, you got it.
I'll get a treasure.
You will get a treasure. 2 mana. I'm gonna play Visoka Guild Mage. Go to combat. This beast is gonna come at Jason. This bird's gonna come at Nate.
I got nothing for the bird.
I will pay 1 white to activate Shorkai. I will make a pilot. I will draw 2 and discard 1. Savine's Reclamation. And the pilot will block your beast and die.
All right, I'll pass.
End step. I'm gonna make a food.
Let's go.
Untap and draw.
Trigger Smothering Tithe.
You got it. Green. Elves of Deep Shadow. Trigger Tangle Root. Trigger Nettle Sentinel. Pass the turn.
Jason, you can have your treasure. This is for an actual spell. White of Precinct 6. Gets +1/+1 for each creature card in my opponent's graveyard. Also, when I drew a card, Matt mill 2.
Essence Warden and Bloodstained Mire. I got 9.
I have 7.
I have 8.
Phoenix, God of Deception. Creatures I control have tap. Target player mills equal to this creature's toughness.
That's pretty good.
Jason, I'll swing those 2/2 at you.
Yeah, I'll block again.
Matt mill 3.
Nothing. Ashaya. Color of the Claw. So you got 2 more creatures off of me.
And that's all I got. Go ahead.
End your turn. I'm going to activate Academy Ruins. I'm going to once more put the reality chip on top of my library.
Mill 'em.
Jason mill 2.
Okay. I will mill the reality chip and an island. I'm just going to Sabine's Reclamation. I'm going to hit the reality chip. That's for sure. We'll just also hit Ledger Shredder.
Trigger Campbell.
I will take 2 and mill 2. Milling a planes and fabricate. I will pay 3 to equip the reality chip. 2 Ledger Shredder. Pay 1 mana for the signature card, Esper Sentinel. I'm going to play this planes off the top. I will play a Mox Amber.
Triggering that Campbell.
Yep. I will mill planes, Word of Invention. Pay 1 to activate Shorkai. I will make a pilot. I will draw 2 and discard 1, discarding an island. Go ahead.
Okay. Upkeep.
Smothering Tithe.
You got that. Go to le combat. I will hit Nat for 2 in the air. Caw. Done. All right, I'll pass.
End step. I'm gonna tap these and this one so I can make another food.
Hungry. Yeah.
Do I eat one of the foods? I could. I've just tapped 2 lands and 4 creatures to gain 3 life. This is efficiency. Draw for turn.
Smothering Tithe.
Now you can have that. Yeah, that's it. Go.
At your end step, Matt mill 6, Corbin mill 25.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
I'm gonna mill 3 creatures and some other really cool stuff.
Boys and girls at home, this is what I milled. Oh, you didn't catch that? Pause it.
Upkeep, draw, mill 2.
I have a land and a Birch Lore Rangers.
Smothering Tithe.
Yeah, go for it. Or I'm going to bestow a Night Howler onto white of Precinct 6.
Trigger Campbell.
Trigger Espersonal.
Pay for the Esper Sentinel.
Yeah.
Go to combat. Jason, a 2/2 at you.
Yeah, I'll block with Traneth again.
I'm at L3.
I have a Utopia Sprawl, a Phyrexian Tower, and a Grim Tutor.
Jason, how many cards are in your deck?
More than 66?
Are you sure about
67,
That would be-
68.
Less than that.
Jason, mill 68 for me, please.
Yeah, I guess so.
He said as though he had the choice.
End your turn. I will activate Academy Runes to put Knowledge Pool on top of my deck. Go to my turn. Upkeep. I'm going to put the One Ring on top of my library by activating the Academy Runes. I will go to my draw step.
Mill you for 1, Jason.
Okay, I'll put that back over there. I'm going to play Low Spell. I'll take 2, you gain 2.
Yep.
Pay 1 blue for a Mystical Tutor.
Trigger Ledger Shredder.
He connives. I'll die.
Mine's gonna be Bloodstained Mire. Go to a combat. Smack Nate for 5.
I will throw a horror in front of the beast. Tap the horror that blocked the beastie.
Okay. I will activate this. For sure, I'll get this. I will mill this banger. Obsidian's 8. That was actually kind of a banger. Okay, I'll pass.
End step, I'm going to make a food. All right, gentlemen. 1, 2, 3 off of the Heritage Druid. 7. I'm going to flashback Creeping Renaissance. Choose a permanent type. Return all cards of the chosen type from your graveyard to your hand.
Trigger Campbell.
Okay, I'll mill 2. They're Fiend Artisan and Boreal Druid. How does that sound?
I think that sounds amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna name Creature. I'm gonna get all my creatures back. Creatures I am returning to my hand. Birds of Paradise, Grist the Hunger Tide, Netherbone Phalanx, Eternal Witness, Grim Harvest, Corrosion Wayfinder, Starved Rusalka, Elvish Scrapper, Essence Warden, Caller of the Claw, Ashaya, Soul of the Wild, Wirewood Hive Master, Caustic Caterpillar, Priest of Titania, Birdsole Rangers, Fiend Artisan, Boreal Druid. Trigger, I'm gonna untap this. I cast a green spell. I'm going to tap all 3 of these green creatures for green mana. I'm going to use 2 of it to cast Wirewood Hive Master. Whenever another elf comes into play, I get a 1/1 green inside creature. I'll get green mana for Tangle Root back up to 2. Down to 1 to cast Essence Warden. Trigger Tangle Root. Trigger Nettle Sentinel. When Essence Warden enters, I will make an insect. The insect will gain me a life. I'm going to use a green mana to cast Elvish Scrapper, which will get me another green mana and an insect. Trigger Nettle Sentinel. I will respond by making 3 more green mana. I gain 2 life. I'm going to cast Birdsole Rangers. Tap 2 untapped elves you control, add 1 mana of any color. I will get the green mana back off of Tangle Root. I'll get another insect. I will gain 2 life. Tap both of these for a black mana. I am going to use a green mana to cast Birds of Paradise, which will get me a green mana back. Untap Nettle Sentinel. Gain a life. I'll tap both of these for a black mana. I'll tap this one for a black mana. Cast Eternal Witness. Comes into play, I may return a card from my graveyard to my hand. Lich's Mastery. Trigger, I'll gain a life. This one tap. I'm going to use 2 of the green mana to cast Priest of Titania. Getting 1 green mana back, getting an insect, getting 2 life. I'm going to tap Priest of Titania, 10 green mana. 3 of it, and the 3 black to attempt to cast Lich's Mastery.
I will draw an
Moloch. Lame. Fine, I'll do it some other way, since y'all won't let me have fun.
Who's y'all?
Him, mostly.
Alright. Trigger Campbell on both of y'all clowns.
I'll mill 2. A Boreal Grazer and Twilight Mire. I am going to cast Boreal Druid. Trigger Nettle Sentinel, which doesn't matter. Essence Warden. Trigger 2 green for Grim Harvest specs. Whenever a non-token creature I control dies, I get to draw an entire card. For 5 green. Ashaya. Untap Nettle Sentinel. Now all of my creatures are forests. I tap this for green. I'm going to cast Corrosion Wayfinder. I'm going to get a green back, which will put me at +1 green. Starved Rusalka is going to be another green and a life. The Caterpillar is going to be another green and a life. I go up because this plus Tangle Root.
Yeah.
I'm going to fracture the Concordant Crossroads.
Okay. I'm going to sacrifice Gilded Goose to mill Corbin for 0, and I'm going to draw a card off of Grim Harvest specs. I'm going to cast Dig Up off of 1 of my green mana to go find a basic land and put it into my hand. Combo does stuff.
Oh, yep, that is true.
It's a swamp. I'm going to play land for turn. I'm going to mill Sickening Dreams and Elvish Lyrist. Black. Vamp Tutor, Campbell, I'll mill
Nope.
2, Second Stripe Scout, Painter Servant.
I'm gonna just make you mill 13 before you tutor.
Isn't he gonna lose the life after he puts the card on top and then mill?
I
Don't worry about
believe
that.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to lose 2 life from that, trigger that thing. I'm going to respond by sacrificing Star of Veselka to draw a card. Alder Adventure, I'll mill Corbin for 1.
Sure.
Mill 2, Forest, Carrion Feeder. I'm going to cast Query on Ranger. It's going to give me Essence Warden trigger for life, and a 5 Master trigger for an insect, which will give me another life. Return it to my hand, untap target creature. Elves of Deep Shadow, why not? I'm going to cast it again. I get my mana back from Tangaroot, get another insect, make another life, repeat this process. I'm going to tap a bunch of dorks if I want all of my insects. Sacrifice them to make each of you mill out.
Okay.
Mill 1, yay!
So Matt mills the rest of the table out, it goes to their turns, and they lose. Great job everyone, and hope you all enjoyed that. See you next time.